Hello and thanks for watching Best Maths Tutors. I'm continuing to go through the Edexcel Foundation Tier Paper 3 from 2019. And we're on question 14 and we'll be covering all the questions. So if you find this helpful, please consider subscribing to our channel. So question 14 is basically a question about using a calculator. So we've got to find the value of this fraction and give the answer as a decimal. So I'm going to get my calculator up, and what we're going to do is we're going to use the fraction button of the calculator. So we can see it's this one here with a sort of box over a line over a box. So we do that, we've got two boxes we can fill in, and we can actually just type in the number on the top line of the fraction there, so 5.27, and then plus the 3.5. And then if we use the navigation buttons, which is these ones that look a bit like a donut, then we can move down to the bottom of the fraction and we can type in the 7.9 minus the 4.36. And if we do that, all we need to do then is just press the equals button, and we've got it expressed as a fraction. Now we want the answer as a decimal, so the way to switch between this fraction form and a decimal is to press this button which says it's got S and then an arrow between and then D. So that changes the form of the answer, and if we press that, it gives it as a decimal. So 2.477, I'll have to flip back onto the calculator because I'm going to forget all that number. So 2.477 and then 40113. And that's it. Save that first one. So it's just asking us to write down all the figures on our calculator display. So if we're moving on to the next question now, then we've got to use a rule in order to work out total hire charge in pounds for hiring a 3D printer for a number of weeks. So this is the rule then. It says that the total hire charge is equal to the number of weeks times by 70 plus 50. So it says that Mia wants to hire a 3D printer for 4 weeks, so we've got to work out the total hire charge. So what we need to do then, so the total charge is given by the number of weeks. So we want to put in the value that we're given. So we've got a number of weeks there. We've got to replace that by 4 because she wants to hire it for 4 weeks. So we're going to put in 4 times 70 and then plus the 50. So the only thing we needed to replace there was just the number of weeks. So that's what changes each time. So because we're on the calculator paper, we're going to use the calculator. So I'm going to put that in. 4 times 70 and then plus the 50. So that gives us £330. Just write that in the box here. We've got space to do it. So it now says that Zahir is hiring a 3D printer and the total charge of the hire is 680. So how many weeks is he going to hire the printer? So again, what we're going to do is use this formula here, this rule. So the hire charge equaling the number of weeks times 70 plus 50. And we're going to replace the hire charge this time. This is what we're given. 680 equals number of weeks. So I'm going to write N for that. And then times by 70 plus 50. And it's the number of weeks that we're after. So N is the number of weeks in this. Number of weeks. So we've got an equation here really that we can rearrange. So we want to get N on its own. So the first thing I'm going to do is take away 50 from both sides. So minus 50 minus 50. And if I do that, then what I'm going to get is 680 take away 50 is 630. Oops, 630. And that's equal to, I'm just going to alter the order of this, 70 times N. And these 50s will cancel there. So from that, if we want to find out what N is, all we need to do, because this is times here, is divide through by 70. So if we do that, we end up with n is equal to 630 divided by 70. And we could do this on the calculator, but the zeros will cancel, and in fact we're left with 63 divided by 7, which is 9. So that's telling us that Zahir wants to hire the printer for 9 weeks. So move on now. Question 16, what we've got is we've got a rectangle, so with these dimensions, and it says we've got a 6-sided shape that's made from 2 of these rectangles, and we've got to work out the perimeter of this 6-sided shape. Well, the perimeter is the distance all the way around the outside. So what we need to do is work out some of the dimensions on here. So we know that this long side, 6 here, is this length here. So this is 6 centimeters from there to there. We know that this is 4 in that direction. We know that this is also 6. We know that this is 4, that distance. We know that this one is 6, again because that's the long side, 6 centimeters. We know that this one is 4, going from there to there. So what we need to do, the difficult bit, is actually to work out what distance this is. This is the only one we can't just get straight away from this triangle at the top. But what we do know is that this is 4, because it's a rectangle, this side here is the same length as this side from there to there. So that's 4. So since it's 6 all the way from the top corner to the bottom corner there, that means that this distance here must be 2. So that's 2. And what we've got to do is add up all the distances on the outside if we were walking around. So we've got 4 plus 6, and then continue to go round. We've got this one, that's 4 plus 6, this one, and then plus another 4 plus the 2, and then plus the 4, plus the 6 that's there. And that would take us all the way around. So that would have been starting there, going there, there, doing this length, this length, this length, and this length. So it's all the way around the outside. We're not interested in this length in the middle. It's just all the way around the outside. So if we add these up, 4 plus 6, 10, 14, 20, 24, 26, 32. So it's 32 centimeters. So that's the answer. Perimeter is 32 centimeters. So I hope that's been helpful, and if it has, please give our video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel to see all the rest of our videos. Thanks for watching.